first video of 2021. Hey guys, welcome to What Makeup. If you're new here, then hi, I'm Bon and welcome to my channel. We are kickstarting the new year with a very new launch that I'm assuming a lot of you might have spotted if you have visited the Nykaa website. I am talking about the matte blushes from K by Katrina. I really honestly have to say this, like, for the record, I think Katrina is really going somewhere with her brand, her makeup line, and the products that she's launched. I haven't talked about a lot of the brand products in my videos because so far I've kind of used like very select products like here and there. Like I use her corrector, like I swear by it and I use it on the daily. I have used some of her eye crayons that she had launched before and even some of her lip crayons, and honestly I was always in the awe and in the amazement of how beautifully she has curated these products. This range of beauty products has kind of really left me very like mesmerized and pleasantly surprised and very happy. And today I'm going to try out these matte blushes that she has recently launched, and I have with me about 5 shades. She had launched 8 shades, but there were just 3 shades that I just did not feel like, you know, trying out and reaching out for, because I kind of feel like they'll be colors that I will really not reach out for on the daily, and they kind of felt like colors that I already had in my collection. So these were the 5 shades that I got, and obviously what you will get from my channel and from this video is going to be a very honest and a very genuine review and completely unbiased, because this is definitely not paid and these are not products that were sent to me, but everything that is here with me is completely by my own money, by my own like will. If you guys want to know what these blushes are like and how they perform and how they look and everything about them, then let's get started. So before I get into the colors and what the blushes look like, I'm going to talk about the outer packaging first and then also show you what the blushes actually look like in terms of the packaging itself. So the blushes come in the standard K-beauty like colored, you know, monogram, the logo embossed on the outside and all the details on the back, the MRP at the back. And it says that these are enriched with avocado and mango butter, so I'm kind of assuming that it kind of works in the way to make the product more seamlessly like blendable and more smooth and more buttery, and we are obviously going to see how they perform on our skin. But overall this is a very standard packaging that comes on the outside. What I did like about the overall packaging is the fact that these blushes, they come in these like sponge sleeves, which is completely lined by, you know, like sponge overall. So basically this comes packed like this, and then this is inserted inside this case. And honestly, like, this is something that really felt so thought through and so thought out by, you know, not just maybe Katrina, but people who are probably helping her curate products for the brand. This is probably the best way that you can send out any product that comes in a compact form, because they are always prone to breaking when they are being shipped or couriered or when you're traveling with them and in transportation. And I have honestly broken so many blushes in my own collection during travel, because they are very prone to like any kind of strong impact and completely like breaking down in the pan, and this has happened like a gazillion times with us. So I think in terms of the outer packaging, even if this feels like very standard and a very normal like cardboard packaging, I think this is a very thought out in terms of how these blushes should be sold, and this is very nice. I kind of really appreciate this. In terms of the blush packaging itself, it looks very sleek. It's very shiny and has that K by Katrina like that logos embossed all over. This is the same logo that she has on her lip crayons. I think all her packaging, like even her lipsticks that she's launched, her, you know, eye crayons, everything has the same sign and the same logo. So that's on the lid, which is on the outside, and this is like very good plastic. It does not seem like flimsy and like cheap plastic. This does feel like very good plastic. And the back of the blushes are the colors of each blush. So you have all the details, the use and throw dates, the prices, all the other details mentioned at the back, and the color of the pan kind of resembles what the color of the blushes on the inside. So it's not technically like the exact color. You will have to kind of find out the color by swatching it internally if you really want to see how the colors perform. But these are kind of color coated with the color at the back, and which kind of relates to what the color will look like in the pan. So again, very nice. Overall, I I'm really a fan of the overall packaging. Even if I have to travel with all 5 of them, they're going to take so much like little space because they are so sleek. And of course on the inside you get like a very like good size mirror. I just hope you guys don't get the reflection. Yeah, so you get a very good size mirror. So again, yeah, if you travel with it on the go, if you want to apply your blush on the go, you have like a large size mirror to kind of look and check and see your face and how you can apply the blush. And yeah, those were all the details about the blush. In terms of the pigmentation, I'm going to quickly swatch like one random color on the back of my hand. This is the shade Mild Berry, and I'm going to just swatch this at the back of my hand. So this is definitely very pigmented. It does not seem like chalky, and on the touch and feel of it, it feels like it's very finely milled. It doesn't have any grains. It feels very smooth honestly, and very finely milled. And also on touching the blush from the pan itself, I can feel like they have been really nicely like pressed on, in the way that this is definitely not going to move and budge, and there is not a lot of kickback. There is one problem that I do face in a lot of blushes, and even in good quality blushes, is that when you dip your fingers in the pan, or when you dip your like brush in the pan, there's a lot of kickback and there's a lot of excess like product that comes out in the dust particles form, and you kind of have to like either brush it out by blowing on it, or just take off the excess with a tissue or something. So this doesn't really have that, which is again a very nice thing, and it kind of feels that they have been manufactured and pressed on very well. So you will just get the only amount of product that you're going to dip into, and there's no like excessive product that's going to get kicked back from the pan. So again, that's again a very big plus point. So each of these blushes retail for about $7.99 a piece, which is honestly like, I wouldn't say like, yeah, that's not cheap, and it's definitely a little bit on the expensive side. But to be honest, the way these blushes like feel in terms of how I'm holding them and how I have felt on trying them out at the back of my hand, and of course I'm going to apply them on my face and show you guys the demo, I do feel that they are worth the money in that sense, and you don't feel like you're paying for like cheap plastic or like substandard quality of product that's there inside it. It does feel like heavy and heavy duty and good quality like packaging overall. And in the way that these are formulated, I do feel like if you are going to pay $7.99 a piece, it won't really feel like you've paid a lot of money, and you will feel like it's worth the price. So definitely that's on the price point. And with that, I think we are all ready to get into the swatching. So let's get started. Now, starting up with the swatches, I am going to swatch each and every blush on the back of my hand and also apply them on my cheeks to show you guys what the colors look like and how the pigmentation is. And just to like put it out there, this is my face without almost any makeup. This is literally like my daily face of makeup that I wear, where I don't really put any foundation or anything on my face. It's just a little bit of concealer and corrector under my eyes, and a little bit of kajal, mascara, and some lip gloss or like lip balm. And this is how I really like to usually test out blushes, because you know, complexion products like bronzers, blushes, I like to kind of find out the true pigmentation and how they apply on your natural skin, because I am just one of those people who doesn't really wear a lot of makeup on the daily, and I need to basically know how these colors actually look like without any complexion product like foundation or like any base going on. So this is my face, and I've just put a little bit of the MAC Studio Fix powder to kind of just take away the shine. That's all that I really have on my face. So the first color that I'm going to swatch and try out is the shade Sweet Salmon, which is this beautiful like salmony pinky color. I don't know if the camera is picking up the right tone, but this actually looks more pink than how nude it looks. And I'm going to swatch this on the back of my hand. This is literally like a true tone pink color that you guys can see. Like it's very like that Barbie pink, and very like flushed. I think this color will look very good on fairer skin tones, but I'm going to try it. Oh my god, this is super pigmented. You guys have to be very careful with the amount that you're going to go. I'm going to just try out this on the right side of my cheek. Oh my god, that's nice. That's really nice. It's actually very like a pinky color than I thought. It looks more red and more like corally in the pan, but it's a lot more pink once you apply it. So this is the color Sweet Salmon. The next shade that I'm going to try out is the shade Tickled Pink, which is I think the brightest color out of all the colors. Apart from this, the only color that I felt was as bright was the color I think Coral Charm, which is a color that I didn't really take because I just have a lot of coral blushes in my collection. But this is a very bright, like pinky corally shade. It's this really bright coral pink hue. I'm going to take a little bit on my blush and apply it on the left side of my cheek because this side I have Sweet Salmon. And so I think it's a lot more bright and it's a lot more like coral than compared to this side. It looks a lot more orangey and has more coral hues to it. But it's a very nice color to wear, especially on days like this where you have very minimal or like no makeup and you just want a little bit of that color on your cheeks. I think you can completely rock this, and I can see a lot of complexions rocking this color. Medium, fair, dusky, everyone can wear it. So this is the shade Tickled Pink. The next shade that I'm going to try out is the shade Mild Berry, which is a very nice cool tone berry shade. It is, I think, very mauvey than pink or orange or coral. In the pan, it almost looks like a nude mauve. Like it looks very light, pastely mauvey tone, and on swatching it, this is the color that it looks like. It's a very nice nude to wear. Again, a lot of complexions can probably rock this color. I kind of felt that this is going to be very purple in the first glance. Like when I got this in my hand, I felt it's going to be a lot more like purplish and more mauve, but it's actually very nude and very nice to wear on the skin, I think. So I'm going to try this out again on the left side of my cheek, left side of my face. And yeah, it's a very nice shade to wear. This is the shade. I have no blush again on this cheek. My both like blushes from the previous swatches are cleared. This is the shade Mild Berry, which looks very nice, very nude. And I'm also noticing that even while I'm building up the color in person when I'm looking in the mirror and also in my viewfinder, I can kind of make out that you are not going to ever look like you've loaded up a lot of blush, because this is definitely pigmented, but because the blendability and it's so like smooth and so buttery that it doesn't look chalky or like patches of blushes going on your cheek in one go. It looks very nice and like smooth and very nicely blended out, which is something very nice. And yeah, I definitely see myself wearing this color also on a lot of no makeup days. And this is the shade Mild Berry. The next shade that I have with me is the shade Dusty Rose, and this is what it looks like. Again, a very nice nude tone rosy color. It's very muted, like in the rosy spectrum of colors. It's not pink, it's not coral, it's not definitely anything bright. Again, a very nude color, and also looks very nice in the pan. On the swatch, I think again it's going to look like a very nice nude. And yeah, so it looks very similar to Mild Berry actually. If I was to compare the shades, I think this is the shade Mild Berry and this is Dusty Rose. So you can see this is a lot more mauvey and a lot more like pinky purplish tone versus this, which is a lot more coral and a lot more pink. So that's the kind of difference. It's a very slight difference, to be honest, but I think on the cheeks, if you kind of layer it up and build it up, you can see the difference. So I'm going to apply Dusty Rose on my cheeks and going in with the first swipe on the right side of my face. Honestly, all these colors are super complimentary. I was actually thinking that do I even have a favorite out of these, and I felt that it'll probably be one of these nude colors, but honestly all of them look so nice. I don't think I can really decide on which one is turning out to be my favorite, because they are all looking so like flushed and glowy, and even on such a face where I have almost no makeup, they are making my face and my entire like complexion look so glowy. So that's very nice. And this is the shade Dusty Rose. So very nice, like a muted nude rosy color that you can wear with or without makeup on. And the final shade that I have with me is the shade Soft Nude, which is I think the browniest color out of all the shades that she has launched in her matte blush collection. This almost can, you know, like be pulled off by a fairer complexion as a bronzer, because it does look that brown. But for me, I think this will be a very nice like muted nude brown blush tone that I can wear on my skin. On swatching it, I am going to swatch this at the back of my hand, and this is the color. It's very, very close to actually my own complexion in the way like it looks very red orangey and you can almost like skip the color altogether. It might almost look like a part of your skin complexion naturally, and it almost might make you look like you're not even wearing blush or any color. So yeah, it looks like a very, very like a bronzy, warm tone, brown, muted nude blush tone that you can wear with and without makeup again. For me, it almost kind of resonates with my own complexion, kind of giving out a certain like hue. It's the kind of color that I would probably relate to if I'm standing under the sun for a very long time, and how my cheeks will probably like naturally change its color. This is probably the color that comes closest to that like shade that I will get naturally on my face. And yeah, this looks very, very nice. It does have a little bit of pink and a little bit of like that blush corally hue, but it's very, very brown honestly to the eye. And also I think in the camera you can almost like make out, it almost looks like I don't have blush and this is like my skin naturally, and very, very like natural and true to complexion. So again, a very nice color to wear with and without makeup, and this is the shade Soft Nude. So those were the swatches and all details and everything about the matte blushes from K by Katrina. These blushes honestly have really, really won my heart. I don't really think I have a favorite still, because I honestly like every color that I tried out, I kind of felt like this is the one that I want to wear every day, and this is the one that I will keep on wearing like tomorrow and the day after. So I don't really have a favorite still. I feel these colors are very, very complementary to the Indian skin tone, and even if you do go out and maybe get a bright color that I tried out like Tickle Pink, or if you get a brownish color, which is I think the shade Soft Nude, yeah, the shade Soft Nude, I do see a lot of complexions being able to rock these shades. And also like with me, where I have almost no makeup on my face, if I can wear this like the way I did, I'm sure a lot of you can. If you did enjoy watching this video, then make sure that you thumbs it up. And if you are new to my channel and want to watch more videos from me and What Makeup, then definitely make sure that you subscribed. And also don't forget to hit the notifications bell, because I upload a video every week and you don't want to miss that. I'm going to see you guys next week. Have a great week and a great year ahead. Wishing you all again a very, very happy new year. Take care, stay safe. Bye.